Loneliness is one of humans' greatest fear. It is a web that blocks you from the real world and makes you feel you're only existing and not living. Your loneliness could have been triggered by the loss of a loved one, a broken relationship, or a traumatic experience. Loneliness is not so easy to overcome without taking deliberate steps, and this is why we will walk you through ways to overcome this feeling and come back to the light where you can live each day with purpose. This is Above Yourself, a personal growth channel dedicated to helping you overcome your many challenges so you can achieve your fullest potential and become the best version of yourself. While loneliness has been highly associated with feeling alone, the two are very different feelings and phenomena, and the inability to differentiate them is what keeps people in the web of the former. You could have all your family and close friends around you and you still feel lonely and sad. The truth is, everybody feels lonely once in a while, and it shouldn't be a cause of worry if it is just temporary. However, it is not a good sign if you find yourself often sad and lonely. Loneliness can be caused by a lot of factors. While a common reason is the inability to do or enjoy something you desire, the loss of a loved one and addictions are also strong factors. One thing you should know, though, is that feeling lonely is never your fault. However, there is a risk of allowing the feeling to control your emotions for a long time. It will eventually force you into depressive thoughts, cause mental and physical drain, and eventually leave you feeling hopeless with no purpose or sense of living. You clearly deserve better than all that. You deserve to be happy, and the good news is you can start your journey toward the light now. With 10 expert proven steps, you can finally overcome your loneliness and start living with purpose. Admit that loneliness is a negative energy you need to get rid of. The very first step to recovery is to admit you are lonely. You know you used to be much happier and more enthusiastic about life. So do not try to conceal it or pretend that it is just a new way of adapting to life. Admitting that you are lonely and that it is affecting you in unpleasant ways will help your mind accept that negative energy is not supposed to exist. You must not believe anything that the fact that loneliness is a negative energy that will hinder you from being happy. After establishing this proclamation, decide within yourself that you are no longer want the feeling stealing your life away. You don't need to make the proclamation and decision a big issue. Just tell yourself that you are no longer want to feel lonely and want an end to self-pity. Don't worry. The moment you make the proclamation, you will find yourself tilting toward a solution, and your mind will eventually have no choice but to follow as you start taking action. Leave your basement. The first action to take is to leave your basement. What is your basement? It is an illustration of the place you have locked yourself away from the world. It is both psychological and physical. Psychological because you're in a state of loneliness and have shut yourself off from everyone and everything. It is also physical because you have adapted to lock yourself out with a passive-like routine of sleeping, eating, going to work, and repeating the entire process. You need to get out of your psychological and physical basement and accept that whatever caused the negative feeling of loneliness has no right to control your life. You own your life, and leaving the basement is how to start controlling the narrative. Even if you have hurt someone, you need to forgive yourself and start taking steps towards happy living. See a therapist. You may consider seeing a therapist if your feeling of loneliness is coupled with severe grief or addiction. If you feel you need to let out emotions that no one else will understand, then booking an appointment with an expert can help. A therapist will not judge you, and you can confide your deepest concern and worries with them. If you prefer to talk to a close family or friend instead of a therapist, you should do it. You deserve to heal and live with purpose, so you should be ready to let out all your grief and seek companionship in the people that genuinely care about you. Work with the support group. Many groups online now are like a community that helps members overcome challenges. There are support groups for people dealing with loneliness, and you may want to become a member of one. Do not nurse any doubt. Support groups help a lot and will help you positively. In groups, you get to find people going through similar situations like yours or even much worse. You will see a lot to be grateful for and why you need to stay strong for yourself and the good people you will meet in the future. There are many online support groups that you can join and a few in your local area that you can be part of. Join community service. Fulfillment comes from offering service. You can join voluntary clubs and serve your community in any way you can. You do not have to go overboard. Just join a group whose act of kindness gives you fulfillment, as that is what it's all about. Loneliness often paralyzes us and makes us feel the world is against us. However, this is an illusion, and it is until you go out to offer a helping hand and discover that you are more fortunate than you think. Build back positive collapsed relationship. Sometimes loneliness grows following a beautiful relationship that went wrong. Sometimes it might be something else. Whatever the situation, building back relationships that made you happy before can help you recover much quicker. This could include relationships with family, friends, and formerly close colleagues. You need to be careful though. You do not need to pursue closure from people who do not want to associate with you anymore. They do not deserve the new you and will only remind you of the bad energy you no longer want. The goal is to repair relationships that bring positivity, and if they will not bring that, they do not deserve you. Get a pet. You can drastically hit back at your lonely emotions by getting a beautiful pet. Pets are delightful and can be so absorbed in their owners that you will forget every negative energy. You can decide to get a dog, pet, ferret, or any beautiful safe animal that settles with your personality. You will be surprised at the natural therapeutic healing you will begin to feel. Choose self-care. Leading an unhealthy life only increases the feeling of loneliness. You need to encourage your inner self and stop the self-pity game. You are strong and you can do everything you have ever wanted. Start eating right and go for nutritious food. Exercise more often for fitness and participate in fun activities that make you feel much better about yourself physically. Focus on channeling all of the negative energy into a desire to live life in your best physical version. Pick a hobby. Even if you may not have thought about it before, you have things that qualify as fun. The feeling of loneliness may have tricked you into focusing on the negative things going on before. Now it is your turn. Give it the sucker punch. Start doing fun things and live happily. You do not need to worry about what others are saying. Only focus on yourself and your happiness. Read books if you love them, and travel if that is what resonates more with you. Do not limit yourself. Go all out for your hobbies and start living. Live around positive energy. Surround yourself with positive energy all the time. Loneliness feeds on negative energy, and you have to starve it if you want to feel happy and loved again. Surround yourself with everything positive. Cut off everything that reminds you of loneliness and sadness, and continue to do things that give you a sense of being loved, happy, and enthusiastic. Overcoming loneliness is a possibility if you set your mind to it. You first need to recognize that it is not an emotion that wants to help you. You have to establish that it is not your friend and only wants the worst of you. Once you recognize these, you can start your journey to recovery with all the steps in this video serving as your guide. We have confirmed that these steps work all the time and can be trusted to help you heal from your loneliness. Thank you for watching this video, and you can click the like button if you enjoyed it and want to encourage others to find help in their lonely corner. Also, we would love to let you know that there are self-growth videos dedicated to helping you grow, and clicking the subscribe button will allow you to access them easily.